Hey, okay, so we're live now. Hi everybody, second session of the day. If you've been here recently, I'm finally not sick. Well, okay, I'm still sick. I'm significantly less sick to the point where I can function a little bit. Just a plan. I'll probably start all the streams like I just did, with a performance of something I've done in the past. I only have so many of those things I performed. Since it's Twitch, I can't just play random porn music in the background. So I'll go with stuff I've done. This is my second session of the day. I was up really early and I already got in my first session, so I'm just going to sort of jump in. It was just some drone work, and we're going to go from there. Whoa. Turn it down. So I'm just going to start with some drone work, and yeah. We're going to turn that off. Oh, that is really piercing. Sorry about that. Cool. So if you've never been here, I've worked on scales. Again, I use a 12-sided dice. It just makes me do other scales. It's so easy to do the same scales all the time. So I'm just going to pull out my cheat sheet about what each dice side stands for. 12. So B major. And yeah, the theme for this week has been scales, just past the tonic to D flat. It's been every day. Right. Drones and scales. I'm just going through them pretty quick. 12 again. I already did 12. 10. A major. This is the fifth. So I'm just going to keep going through this. I'll do A major one more time, so I just checked something on the stream. On the back end here. Again, I use Tonal Energy as the app I use for most of my tuning stuff. It's a good drone. Did that one. Yeah, man. Okay. I also like to do scales against the fifth every so often to mix up. So we're doing D. Let's get the next lower out. There we go. So I didn't say, so I guess I'll have to post this in chat as I go. I can also just hold up the book, which is another way I like to do it. Let me get to my chat. There it is. Up we're going to do Chantal. Grand Theoretical. So yeah, we're working with, just as we go, I'll do some scale work out of here. Yeah, in this usual, you know what, let's roll for keys. Yeah, alright, and that is, according to my sticky notes, this will be an easy day. F major, yay. I think yesterday I drove and I got F sharp, so I'm okay with a gimme day. And again, for this one, I'm going to set a timer on my end, and I go for about 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling. And I just start at the front of the section and work my way through it. I won't do the long tone part since I've already done a lot of long tone works today. So we're going to start number 7, F major. That's really slow. Hang on. Those are there you go. There's behind the mic, so hopefully you guys don't just have to hear this hammering metronome. If the metronome is really loud in the stream for some reason, let me know. I'll try to move it. But you know what? There we go. We're just gonna jump into the chantel book. Hang on, I wanna. There we go. Change the articulation. I always just make sure I'm taking short breaks. Makes it easy to also just check a few things as I go. And yeah, when I do these chantel ones, they're so long, the exercises, and there's always all these variations and articulations. It never makes sense to me at least, at this point in my playing, to like do number 7, which I just played like 5 times with various articulations. So usually, when there's a large rest or a sort of a pattern reset, I'll just change the articulation for the ones it works for. If it doesn't work for that, when I'm going, I'll just choose a new articulation suddenly in a measure. It can be spontaneous or not. Kind of before the exercise, okay, I'm going to do number 8. I'm going to do these 3 articulations, and I'll do that. And just pick a spot to switch. I don't know, it keeps it interesting. As great as this book is, it does get, I don't want to say old, but old. Yeah. Sorry. It's a little quick. Hang on. Knock it down a bit. A little bit. Same. Put this from the top again. It's a repeat. There we go. Alright, we got time to do one more. Then we'll do Sarah's paw. A little quick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this without a metronome. Call me crazy. I'm going to do this in a drone. Oh, wait, I can do both with this app. Yeah, it's another reason why I'm emptying my horn. I do love this tonal energy app. is you can run multiple things at once. So you can do a drone and a metronome from the same place. Now, how great is that? That definitely feels still. I've been sick. It is what it is. Yeah, I guess this I'm gonna hang on. Let me stop. No, go away. Let me stop this metronome for a second. I guess something I'm always trying to do is talk about the intent of what I'm doing, which is part of me being accountable in my accountable practice project. In that I need to be accountable. So, again, that was the Toiber book. Great book. Great little bunch of studies. But yeah, so my goal for that one wasn't being like exactly rhythmic with breath and everything. It was about working with the drone, and the study facilitated that. So, at least to me, it's always remembering that. Sorry, I was reading something. That what we do, exercises, etudes, studies, methods facilitate specific work. It in itself is not sort of the ultimate of specific work. I'm just moving a file I need over to my Dropbox so I can grab it on my tablet so I can work on it. I'm doing this. So the next thing I'm going to be working on is going to be the solo etude. Oh, did I break my stream? Oh, it's back. Okay. See, again, I think that's just something we have to keep in mind when we work on stuff, is that there's a point where you're working on the etude, it has to be in time and tone and all that stuff. There's also times when what we're working on is facilitating a different kind of work. So that was drone work, as an extension. It's scale and drone work, like I said. So stopping, like when I was having a hard time placing that G, I was blowing it right down the middle of the horn, and it was sharp. So spending some time on that, moving it around, bending it, let me sort of begin to understand where that is, where that note is, and where it relates to the E. It wasn't about going ba da da dee da 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 exactly in time. That was where I got it to, but I had to stop and isolate and work on a thing. So that's sort of my 2 cents on that situation. I do know at times it can be a little, we strive to do it exactly, and then exactly that happens. I'm gonna mute my phone, I'm sorry. We either we get it or we don't, and that's not improving. That's just, I don't want to say this, it's just jacking it. Right, that's the reality. You're just jacking it at that point. You have a specific goal in mind. Get my metronome up. The specific goal in mind you're working on and work towards it, and the eventual goal is in tune, in time, in tone, at the right dynamic in that, but every so often you have to remove a thing, right? So if you can't do it at double forte, all accented, take something out, so then you can. So that's what that was about. I'm working now on the solo etude. I'm gonna review it, what I worked on last time, and then we'll go from there. Again, the metronome's loud. Let me know. Try not to make it too loud. Again, this is an etude just at a clinic. I have to play a little solo, and I thought this would be fun and good for me to work on some stuff because I'm mainly doing musicals right now. Nope. Cool. Alright, I forgot some of the stuff. I just did a review. I'm just gonna loop that section. I've got that under control. Let's finish off some of this first page. Again, the whole first page. We're still under tempo from where we got to. So you know what I gotta do here? I'm talking about specifics. I need to make sure the Vorschlagen, the grace note ones, are different than just the hand bends, right? Something more rhythmic, yeah, right? Wait, well, that should be rhythmic one. Sorry, I was like, what's that? Someone messaged a thing. Cool, now let's start ramping it up. Alright, so I got it to 102 last time, so let's bump it to 102. Same chunk. Like, I always really wonder, how possible is this at tempo? Like 150, that's smoking fast. My goal is 132. Is 130, 150 is just like, I don't see the hand technique working. So we'll work towards it. Slice part no. That's messy. Yeah, it's still scrambling. It's really scrambling. It only gets worse the faster we go. But we'll keep going. Alright, so back a bit more. That much. I started a totally different spot. I blame it on the flu. So much similar, like the blue up. Yeah, that's sort of a stylistic thing that's really bugging me. It's differentiating the two. If you have this etude and you're looking at it, it's how to differentiate what is like rhythmically timed smears versus these more rapid Vorschlagen style ones. All right, so back another line. So the approach I'm doing here, if you listen, I think it was to the second stream, I always talk how break into like 3 or 4 measured chunks from the end. Go back, do it a few times, and keep adding until you're doing the whole thing. Building endurance, building comfort, and building security at the end when we need it the most. Ah, crap. So, a little closer to our goal now. Alright, cool. So that's the opening. So this next chunk. And it's a lot of similar material, so I don't have to go back as far in tempo. Just to get a lay of it. Wait, no, where's it? Hang on. That doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry. Peak 4. That's gross. So these things take out the extraneous stuff, so the hand glisses. Practice it, get it locked, put the gliss back in, right? Because it's really not that hard. But then when you start doing these like a little harder with the hand. Okay, now we gotta find the phrase, right? Give it music. Yeah, that's kinda cool. I want to make the slurs scoopier, so they're closer to the hand slur, right? And similar pattern. I find with this etude, it's important to not let the get in the way of the. So I'm still thinking. That's any extended technique. I never call that an extended technique. That's just doing a hand bend, or like a hand wah. But there we go. Yeah, don't let extended techniques and mutes get in the way of the air. You do have to at times adjust for the resistance, but in this case, just blow the straight air column, and it'll work. In this case, it's an effect, but treat it with care. Cool, let's keep it. So let's stitch those two lines together, right? Turn page, tablet. Next part. There you go. Alright, just increases complexity. I got it. Pattern. So take out the glistens. Right? Lock that a few times. It's an F. Almost all of them are Fs. E flats. Almost all E flats down there. That's an E flat. That one every single time. There Keep reading. Cool. Alright, I'm going to run that big chunk together. Hopefully I can get the page turned. If I have to add a measure to turn the page, a great apology from me. 1,000 apologies. But we'll see. Ready? 55. Wow, how did that happen? That was so much fun. I guess it's -10 because I did the pre-stream thing. Cool. Try. I don't want to take that whole beat off. I don't know why. 2, 3. And there's a whole bunch. Alright, so let's do the whole dang thing. Oh no. It'd be a really awkward page turn. I'm gonna try to get it. So if I go here and there. Okay. I can do it. But we'll do it with the metronome one. Just because metronomes are good for you. And eventually I'm gonna start practicing. You're supposed to do is go 1, 2, 1, 2. I can't do it, so I have to actually practice that part, but we're gonna do it without that, just a click. 1, 2, Come on, turn page. Cool. Alright, well that's that. So the next thing I'm going to work on, and this is where things get weird, I'm going to start working on Minotaur. I'm not going to get to Secret Garden. It was just way, when I was planning this out, I was like, there's tons of time to do all these things. It's really not. So, I am going to do Minotaur in my next session. You all will be here for it. Then I'm going to do Secret Garden. So this always happens where things just get bumped. So this is the next Time Point concert. It's a work for horn and electronics. Each track has its own duration. Each track has its own duration. Music that accompanies it. So my goal, I'm probably going to read through maybe half of this. There's some extended techniques, so I'm going to be going back and forth. Some half valves. Pitch oscillations. Diamond shapes are approximate. Pitch oscillating. Valveless. Scoop ups. Hey, that's what I've been doing. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this 4 channels. To be seen. Sonic Concert, we're also doing Rex Pendulum music and some other stuff. So the way my hair goes. So it is quite possible that I'll do the 4 channel because we'll have enough PAs there. And so this is sight reading. And I'm just trying to figure out how the piece works. Okay. I'm reading instructions. Right hand coloration. Can't hand mute marks. Wonder if I can do that. Hang on. So here comes the harmonic in. So It's always one of the hardest things I find to do. To get the illusion of sustain while going from doing a hand oscillation on one pitch. There's a couple notes. Where is this water? It's ruining the day. A few notes that works one time, but yeah, it's right now. It's kind of finding the finger that's going to work. I think we're just going to have to go standard. Yeah. Number one. Number two, I'm not going to throw myself at. Right now, it's really high. Track 3, when does that start? That's right there. That is really slow. Oh, sorry, I should write. So these people jumping in right now are going to be like, what is happening? Reading min otar like sans electronics. Yeah, there's no electronics right now. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a feel for this thing. Sharp. So yeah, I guess random thoughts. If you're working on microtones, over the years I've basically learned my fingerings, but you always kind of got to go through. Whereas its context is important, I find. I'm coming from above, so I'm probably going to be sharp, so using a lower micro fingering is not going to work, so I need to fiddle with the A three-quarter sharp to get hear those two, the difference between. So that the F1, 2, 3 fingering, this whole horn is sort of the best there. But then we're going to, so it'll be, it's A sharp, A three-quarter sharp, A eighth sharps. Okay. That's too close. Oh, there we go. So it's just going between the 1-3 harmonics, except it's the A normal, A thumb 1-2, and the A quarter sharp is the B horn, right? Yeah, the B horn. Okay, I'll write that down. I don't know where's my pencil. Well, luckily I have this. I can come back when I figure this out. So the pattern will be. There we go. This kind of playing for me that would have taken half an hour to figure out and to get well. But now it's sort of like, hey, I can actually do this. So let's go from the beginning of this really slowly. Microtones. I forgot how many microtones were in this. Is that bad? There's how many micros? This is a lot. It's going to dictate sort of what my practice is. If I should start doing microtonal scales again. I feel like I should always do microtonal scales because as a new music person, I see a lot of microtones. Yeah, no, this is really easy. So let's one more time, lock it in. No. Here's the rant for the day. A lot of people say, "Oh, fake it." It's a solo piece. You can't. You also can't fake it, because I know now, with me learning this piece, 5 people who play this piece, who do new music a lot, and who are great at microtones. So, to say, "Oh, fake it," there are 5 of us minimum out there who aren't going to fake it, and will play what's there, who perform this piece. I know there's a lot of players who will also do that. So this old idea of just fake this stuff, that's why it's obsolete. People can do this now. It's not that hard. Microtones are really very easy. You just need to know what button to push. And each horn, it's hard because each horn, there's a theoretical way which it'll work. The higher in the horn we go, the more fingering options we have because of, things like the 7th harmonic, the 7th harmonic, the out of tune harmonic, 7th, 9th, 11th, and 13th. Those harmonics help us get these out of tune notes. But then each instrument itself, like on my double, I have a fair amount. I've done some incredibly difficult microtonal stuff using my triple because I can use it's compensating, and because of that, I have the ability to use the high F horn in areas where it's just out of tune naturally, which gives me the out of tune notes, which are actually pretty close where they are if I set it for it. So you can get these microtones where you work. Microtones are harder in the lower range because we don't have the harmonic series to help us. But yeah, microtones are easy. It's not rocket science. It's pushing down a button and having a different pitch come out. I'm getting good at hearing the pitch, I guess. And like that's musical. People say it's not musical. I can't sing baritones are great, but it's like, it's musical. There's tension and release, right? Music's just tension and release, and it's right there. So there's harmonic motion. It just happens in quarter tones. to get these microtones to sit now. I'll do the rhythm right. I keep trying to play it on the wrong horn. If you're just joining us, it's microtone work for this work minotaur. Yeah, I love microtones. Wrong harmonic. The danger of that harmonic is just so close, so you're so easy to bump up to it. Cool. What am I going for? Hour. So I'm going for about an hour already. I guess where I might cut it. This has been an hour of playing, and I haven't been doing microtones a lot lately, so it has been chewing me apart a bit. So yeah, next stream's gonna be tomorrow at the same time, 11 o'clock, Mountain Time. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock to get a session in before this one, before I have to work, but no matter what, it'll be, a collection of generally, these sessions are always gonna have technical work, musical work, etudes, etc. I didn't get to Secret Garden today, so I'm doing that next session. But, if you aren't, follow, to know when this is coming. But thanks for stopping by. Till tomorrow.